Hello, guys. Hopefully, you are all here. Um, this time I'm not in my usual setup, as you all see. Um, because right now the things that we are going to do is to be reviewing my wrap up for PlayStation to see which games I had played, platinums, and everything else. And then we're going over to PlayStation profiles, to PSN profiles, to show you guys all the games, right? Because the PlayStation wrap up does not show all the games, and I'll be reviewing them as time goes on, and I'll be telling you all like my opinion on the games, right? I'll also be trying to make polls. I will not guarantee it because since I'm new to that, I will not guarantee I make a poll. But if I'm not able to do it on the live chat, I will do it on the community post where I will be doing like a bracket where I'll be saying like for the first week of January. So from today, I will start today, like later today, and 7 weeks forward it will be on the until the 9th. So from the 2nd to the 9th, I will be playing games that I already have on my backlog for 2024, right? Games that already started on 2024 or that I have to complete. I wanted to complete in 2024 but did not have the chance, right? So in those coming weeks, I'll be doing that. In that week, that week, I'll be doing that, but I'll be also planning on doing the polls for the community post so that you all can vote for whichever game you want to see for the duration of 2025, right? Obviously, I'm not going to be concentrating only on that game, but like top 5 or at least top 10, I will try to platinum in this year, right? I'll try my best. I'm still cataloging a lot of games that I have my eye on or has drawn my interest in. But for now, I'll be doing what I think is gonna help me and my channel to continue going forward, okay? So here we are in the PlayStation wrap up. This is my username in the PlayStation. That is my PlayStation ID. And I joined this year. Now, I want to clarify. I was playing beforehand. I still have my original account, right? But I created this alternate account for this specific reason, right? Since I want now to concentrate my original account, which I'm not gonna say by the way. I want to concentrate my original account for testing games and see which games I want to play and which games I want to show in the guides and which game I can actually make a guide of because I'll be obviously doing some streams, doing some guides, gonna be doing a bit of both. So that is my point of view right now, that my original account is to test the games, see if I like them, and then if I like them and I'm saying like, okay, let's do this, let's get the platinum, let's check other people, let's see this, let's see that. Try to do various stuff to get myself to know the game better. So yeah, that's why it says I joined in 2024, but I had my original account since 2018, I guess, I think, I don't remember. But yeah, This is my account. So let's go dive right in, okay? So, in this year, I played 40 games. So it says here 18 PS5 games and 22 PS4 games. Now, I want to clarify that I also have played two PlayStation 3 games. As you've seen in my channel, I have played Bakugan Battle Brawlers, which has already a complete guide on, and I've been playing currently Lollipop Chainsaw, which I'm close to finishing, but because of the holidays, family, and all that stuff, I have to delay finishing it before 2024, but I'm close to finishing it. So be on the lookout for the finished guide because that may be able to help you not only get the PlayStation 3 version but the PlayStation 5 version, which is the Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. Repop and the original version have almost identical trophy list. The only one is that the PlayStation 5 is easier because you don't have to play a ranking match, a ranking stage. I'm sorry, not ranking match, a ranking stage for every single um stage, right? It's only for one stage, and I think it's an attack score. You only have to do an attack score, and you get the trophy, right? So be on the lookout for that guide. That may be able to help you to get not only the PS3 version, but the PS5 version of the game. Okay, so continuing on, I played 40 games or so, says PlayStation Wrap Up for 2024. And my first game was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Now, I had never in my life before I played it in my original account. I never played Phoenix Wright. Never in my life. Not the DS games, not the original like pixelated games. Never. Never in my life I had played an Ace Attorney game. But I was searching through my catalogs in the game in the PlayStation Plus Extra catalog, and I saw the game for free, and I was like, it looks interesting. I can try it. I have heard a few good things about the game. I can try it. If I don't like it, I just leave it. Since I was in my original account, I didn't care. So when I went to play the game, I instantly fell in love with the game. It amazed me just how good this game is. Like, sure, there's some tedious task. I can admit to that, and I'll talk even deeper in that when I get to in the PlayStation Plus profile in the PlayStation profiles in my account, and I'll show you the games that for the trophies, what I had to do, and everything. But there were some tedious tasks, mainly the jury when you're in the court. But the investigation part, I love it, love it, love it, love it. So, as I said, that my first game, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, and I played 40 games, or so says PlayStation Plus wrap up. My top 5 games for 2024 are Marvel Rivals. Now, I want to make sure that everyone is with me on this. Marvel Rivals is amazing. Marvel Rivals is a complete experience that overshadows Overwatch, right? I have never played Overwatch. Well, in this account. In my original account I did like for 2 hours, maybe tops, because friends when I was in high school and everything and all that stuff, they wanted, and Overwatch was the main thing then, right? And Marvel Rivals didn't exist. There were many games that didn't exist at the time. So I was like, okay, I'll download it to play it with you guys. I don't care. It's okay. What blah blah blah. But I didn't fell in love with the game, right? I noticed that there were some things that made me like not want to play that kind of game, right? Look and behold, 2024 give us Marvel Rivals, and I'm a huge Marvel fan, and probably I will be platinum the Insomniac Spider-Man games. I already did that in my original account, but I will be probably doing that as well in this account as well because I love Marvel. I love Marvel. I love the Insomniac games, and I want to get all the platinums for Marvel, at least the ones that I can get my a hold of a hold of them, right? Because I don't have all of my Marvel games. So my top on game is Marvel Rivals at 54 hours. Second game, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, 46 hours. Third is Cat Quest 2. Now, this is an indie game, and I'll talk about it a little bit further in the PlayStation profiles. But I think that the Cat Quest trilogy, like there's three games of it right now, is very underrated. Like no people do not understand just how good it feels to just turn your brain off. You don't have to think about what you have to do. You just complete the story, get everything that you see on your way, and you're done, right? Cat Quest is just such a gem, a hidden gem that I completely enjoyed my time playing the game. Like completely. 100%. Aside from Cat Quest, we have Astrobot, which had the game of the year in 2024 in November. If you guys don't know, Astrobot. What can I say about Astrobot that n- people do not know? Right, Astrobot is such a beloved game right now for the short period of time that it has been um in the with us right now. Right, if I'm not mistaken, it dropped in September. The game is amazing. Another game that you can turn your brain off and just play the game at however you want, get everything. You don't have to pressure yourself into doing stuff and don't and miss something. Like you can you can just turn your brain off and just play, right? And the fifth game is Tales from the Borderlands. Now, I had this game not in my backlog, but I was like surging through the nearby game stores, and I saw the game at a discount. I was like, I never played a Borderlands game before. People have been saying that Borderlands is good. Like, I'm trying to get myself into games that people are saying that are good, but that I never played in my life, right? So, since I'm more of a story driven kind of guy, like I love my stories, I said like, okay, so let's give it a try since Tales from the Borderlands is mostly considered like a story-driven game. It is not like a shooter or anything and whatever. Like, okay, let's try it. If I like the story and I'm interested in the story, I may play the other Borderlands game to get if I'm able to get those platinum still. And I am intrigued. I'm not saying that I love the game because it just do some things, get to the next chapter, and finish the game, right? You don't miss anything with Borderlands in Tales from the Borderlands, right? But the story itself was intriguing, and that's all I'll say for now, because I'll talk a bit further in the PlayStation profiles. Okay, it says my gaming style is shooter because, as the PlayStation wrap up says, you spend 19% of your game time keeping targets in your sight with some tense shooters. Now, I'm not gonna say that I do not enjoy some shooters, right? I can enjoy them, but shooters like Call of Duty, Battlefield, I have played them. It's not that I haven't, I have played them, but they're just not my style. I'm sorry if I'm insulting anyone right now, and I understand that people will not have the same opinion as I do, but to me, the sharpshooter, like games like Call of Duty and Battlefield and all that stuff, you just have to like play with friends, right? Play with friends and enjoy the most of the time that you have with them in the game, right? So, since I mostly consider myself to play more single player, like I do not enjoy playing those games, right? It's not like, oh, I'm gonna play this game because I like it, I like the series and blah blah blah. And but then I see that the most of the game is multiplayer, and I say like, I don't have I have friends that play other games that are multiplayer, but for this game nobody plays it, and it's like kinda depressing in a sort of way that it leaves you questioning why you are even playing that game at the moment. So that's why I mostly consider myself to play single player, because I don't have to rely on people being there to play with me so that I can get the platinum, or I have or enjoy my experience with the game, right? So while this says that I'm a sharpshooter and that is my gaming style, I prefer myself to be considered more of a story-driven player. That enjoy myself more. I enjoy myself playing more for the story and for the hidden lore that the game may have than just shooting enemies and killing them. Right? That's my point of view. Hopefully, you all understand my reasonings. Now, my calendar. You're gonna be seeing many games like this because I actually started in May. I started in May, but I did not get my first platinum in May. I got it in June, I think. I started in May with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, as I said before. But my first platinum was The Sims, if I'm not mistaken. The Sims 4 on June. I could be wrong, but we'll make sure of it later on when I go to the PlayStation Plus profiles. No, PlayStation profiles, not PlayStation Plus. Now, so game of the month in May, in June was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I got in July. I was playing mostly in PlayStation 3. That's why no game appears there. August when Cat Quest 2, September Tales from the Borderlands. That's when I was trying to get that on those 5 videos going. October was Astrobot. It was when I finally got the game. Because I played Astro's Playroom, and I was like, oh my god, I have to play Astrobot because I played Astro's Playroom because I couldn't at the time get Astrobot, right? And I wanted to play an Astro game, and I remember that the PlayStation had Astro's Playroom for free. I was like, okay, let's then play Astro's Playroom until I get Astrobot. So I finished Astro's Playroom. I finished the both DLCs trophy, the speed runs, and the four new characters that they dropped for the Astrobot released. And then after I finished that, and I was close to finishing publishing the guide. I was able to get my hand on Astrobot, and that's what inspired me to play again because I took a break after Cat Quest 2. I took a break from September to October when I started playing Astro's Playroom because of the hype for Astrobot. And then I didn't play it for like a few weeks or a few days until I got Astrobot. And then I only played Astrobot until like November or something like that. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm getting inspired again to play. So I returned back to PlayStation 3, continue on with the game I started there, and I switched it up between PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 5. But it was not until Marvel Rivals arrived that I started playing even more because I don't know how Marvel Rivals did it, but it inspired me so much to keep on playing and keep on doing this kind of stuff that it it amazed me completely. And that's why I'm still here. I'm like making guides. I'll probably still be making guides, but Marvel Rivals kept me inspired to keep on the weekly updates. Keep on the weekly updates and be doing what I have been doing. Now, a playlist just for you. Now, these are games that PlayStation have are recommending me um to play and do all that stuff. So, I'll be doing from here, from the games that are here right now. I can assure you guys that I'll be playing two of them. And that is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and The Plucky Squire. Now, for games like For Honor, Skyrim, and Dead by Daylight, I probably will not be playing them. Not because I'm not interested in them. Like, I can say for sure I'm not interested in For Honor. Like, for sure, I'm not interested in For Honor. But for Dead by Daylight and Skyrim, I just feel like I'm not connecting with the game to actually get the enjoyment that most people have with the game, right? So for Dead by Daylight, I can maybe do a stream, like make a group of friends, like, oh, let's play Dead by Daylight. Let's stream. I'm gonna stream it. Let's do this. Let's do that. And maybe in when we're doing that game, I can maybe get like an enjoyment out of it and probably get the platinum, right? So, and as for Skyrim, it's just too too RPG to for me. And okay, let me explain myself when I say too RPG. Because I love RPG. I love Final Fantasy. I love I've been keeping my eye on The Witcher 3, and especially now because The Witcher 4 was announced in the Game Awards in November. I've been keeping my eyes on those kind of games. But the thing with Skyrim, and I don't know why, is just that it does not connect with me. How not I can say for sure that the music for the game is amazing. I have heard the music of the game, but personally playing like playing Skyrim, it just does not connect with me at all, right? So that is one of the main reasons. So in classic, let's see which classic game it is recommending me. So we have Resident Evil Director's Cut, which, as far as I know, it does not have a platinum, like any trophies at all. It's just the game itself. Twisted Metal 2, which actually has the platinum. Lara Croft's Tomb Raider Legend. Jack and Daxter: The Precursor's Legacy. Now that is a game I'll probably making or will be making a guide of. Loco Roco, which I have been keeping my eye on, but it's like kind of fading away. Same with Patapon. Like those two games, I have been keeping my eye on them for quite some time, but as time passes on, it's like I'm losing the interest in playing those games. So leave down below in the live chat if you guys think I should play Loco Roco or Patapon. Like I wanted to see if I could play those games, but it's just like I've been losing the interest. But if you guys recommend it to me, I'll probably play it. I'll probably play it. Now, in 2024, I played 272 hours. 272 hours of gameplay. It says the game I played are 35, play sessions 177, and hours played, which I already stated, 272. Now, this is up for debate once again because of PlayStation 3. I will probably say about around 330 or 350 because Bakugan Battle Brawlers, Lollipop Chainsaw, and because I wanted to start the second game for Bakugan, but at the time I was having problems with the game, so I had to fix a few settings, and then I got the sound to start functioning correctly. But I was like, I have to do this all the time, so like, no, let's just leave it there for now and let's start another game that I really wanted to play. So that's why I started Lollipop Chainsaw instead of Defenders of the Core. If I'm not mistaken, that's the second and the second and Bakugan game that PlayStation have, and I think that it only has two, that like the original one and Defenders of the Core. So in 2024, I got, assuming that this is correct, right? And we will check with um PlayStation profiles. I'll be checking with that. Okay, so we'll be making sure that this number is good. Okay, so it says 960 trophies, and specifically I got 35 platinums, which I know it is not true because it is 36. I think the one that is not counting is Marvel Rivals, but I can guess why, because I got it like 20 on the 28th of December. Maybe this guy, the wrap up, had it like, okay, just calculate until the 25th or until the 20 or whatever, right? So that's why I think it says 35 platinums. So 35 platinums, 230 gold, 292 silver, and 403 bronze. which is not bad for only playing for half an year. I think that this is good. Like I know for sure when you guys see my PlayStation profiles, you're gonna say, "Oh, but you did this, you did that." I'll be explaining my reasoning as to why, and I'll probably show it, and probably will take a bit of time to like add the window, but I'll be showing exactly why I did it. Okay, this is take a trip. This is for me like milestones. This is my first platinum, 10th, the 25th, the 50, and the 100, the 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and the latest, which, as I said, Marvel Rivals, to me, my X-Men, which is Storm's trophy, which, and I want to add, which completed Marvel Rivals Platinum for me, and lets me know that it's not counting Marvel Rivals Platinum in the previous page, right? This is only counting until Storm's trophy. I know for sure it's not counting the Platinum for Marvel Rivals. My social stats, I have joined party 7 times, I have 3 new friends, and I've sent, apparently, 14 messages. Probably I did it. I do not remember it, but probably I did it. I got 6 campaigns, and this is for the PlayStation Stars. This is mostly for if you go to your app and you're gonna show the trophies that you can get for the PlayStation Stars on campaign. So this will be the collectibles that I got in this year. I got 6 common, 1 uncommon, and 1 heroic. How? I do not know, but that's how it is. And lastly, this is a recollection of everything that I already showed you guys. This is something that I already did. I did this. So just in case, don't try to steal it. Already did this like before the stream started. And as this says, what a year. Now, let's hop in to PlayStation profiles. Now, let me go back because I think this is not updated. Okay, it is updated. Okay. So, according to PlayStation profiles, I repeat, according to PlayStation profiles, I have played 38 games, which is 2 games less than what the wrap up said, and I have completed 36 of them. So, not bad. And I'll show you guys the games that I'm missing later on. I have a 96.89% completion. I am missing 52 trophies. I had 180 views on my account, which actually surprises me. I am currently on world rank. I am 584,171. And for my country's rank, which as stated here is United States, it is 182,022. So let's start right at the end. So my first platinum was The Sims 4, as I stated. Now, for having such a low percentage game, like the rarity on PlayStation profiles, right? Not because if I go here, it shows me the rarity on PlayStation Network and PSN directly, and it says that it is an ultra rare trophy, right? But according to PlayStation profiles, it is a 5.76%, a very rare platinum, which is not bad for my first platinum. But mm, that percentage, in my opinion, should not be that percentage. It should be higher. It should be like 30 something at the very least. Now, I'm not saying that I want people to finish The Sims 4 so that I lose my very rare. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that for how easy the game is to get the platinum, I'm just talking platinum wise, okay, guys? Just in case, I'm just talking platinum wise. For how easy it is to get the platinum, it has a very, very low percentage. Now, you can either do this two ways. I did it the easier way because if I did it the hard way, probably will be spending like years, maybe at the very best, playing The Sims 4, and I did not want to play The Sims 4 for years, right, or months at the very best, right? So I showed you guys like step by step of how what you needed to do to get the trophy in one of my guides in 100% guide for The Sims 4. You can check it out if you are interested in it. But I'll review the trophies like here right now. So for most of the trophies, like Alphabet Legacy, Are You Entertained, Beyond Repairs, Bodacious, and all those kind of trophies, you can instantly get them, like instantly, like see, like let me see if I can see an example of it. Like see here, I have Beyond Repairs at 6 p.m. Bodacious like seconds later, Castaway seconds later, Canary Series Rex like all of them are exactly at this like almost at the same hour, right? So, oh, how do you did that? So the thing with The Sims 4 right now is that you can download the family, right? If you know about The Sims 4, The Sims 4 is that you have access to the EA gallery in the game. You have this gallery where you can upload the family that you have been using in the game. You can upload the residence, the house, and you can do anything you want, right? And there have been people already that have been publishing the families for these kind of trophies, right? So that if you just want to get the platinum, you can instantly get the platinum and be done with it, right? And I did that. I obviously it's not the recommended way to get the platinum, but since I wanted to play more games, I did not want to spend my entire 2024 or from when I started The Sims 4 and everything, just playing The Sims 4 over and over and over and over again, just trying to get the trophy, right? So I downloaded those families. I explained it. I think I quite do not remember, but If you try to find my name once again, which is night underscore raid underscore ode 8, you can find the families that I had uploaded to the Sims gallery, and you can get most of the trophies by doing just like loading the family, and you get like 6 trophies or like 7. And there are other trophies that, let's say, like for this one, I was successfully woohoo in a rocket ship. Like I don't have to explain what woohoo is. I think, I guess. But you have to do that. For that, you have to get like someone, like, not, I think it was an astronaut, to build a rocket ship on the outside of the house. The astronaut should have a love interest or a girlfriend or wife, or probably hope. In this case, I would recommend it should be a wife because it's easier, but it could be a girlfriend. And then just when the rocket is finished, just hover over the rocket ship, and when as you select the astronaut, and it's gonna say woohoo and with who, and the both characters will go into the rocket ship. The rocket ship will launch into the space. Obviously, you don't see anything happening, but as when it comes down, the trophy should pop, right? Another one that is quite difficult is this one, Black Widow, because the first how do I explain it? The first family that you see for this kind of, for this trophy specifically, the sort of glitch that it had for that specific trophy has been patched, right? You cannot get that trophy the way other guys have been showing you. So in my guide, I tried it to like, and not because I didn't know about that it had been patched. It was mostly to show you guys that it didn't work anymore like that, right? So I showed you guys that way, and I tried it 2 times. I remember that perfectly. I tried it 2 times, and then I said like, okay, let's do it the correct way. Which it was more tedious because it is, you have to spend more time waiting, but it is a simpler way and a sure way to get the trophy. So let's see which other it will be difficult. So okay, so this one, you already have a family uploaded to the gallery. You can see it. It should be just one ghost and one female, one male ghost and one female human. You just have to convince the ghost to move in with you, and you unlock the trophy. Because they're on the woman is in a house and the ghost is on a plain terrain, so you can get that easily. You just take a bit of time because you have to like concentrate on the female, not dehydrating, eating, sleeping, and doing all that stuff. But aside from that, it's just you concentrating on seducing, on making the ghost fall in love with you, so that when you ask him to move in with you, he moves in with you, right? So that is another one that is a bit difficult. Now, this one is difficult, but because of the families, you can get that easily. So don't worry about the Green Reaper ones. That is easy. So which other one? I think It is okay. So this one, okay, I remembered. I remembered. So this one, the my you exchanged, is a bit glitched. Yeah, like okay. So in the game, when the character dies, it trans after 3 days, it transforms into a ghost, right? And you can have that ghost live in your house or whatever you want to do with that ghost, right? But if you want to like get the trophy for like specifically for the trophy, when you do that, it will automatically be on your household. So because it was already in your household when it died, right? So you have to separate the ghost from the household first and place him wherever you want to go. Oh, for sure. I'll be talking about that later on. I'm just covering the games that I have played, covering the games that I have played first, and then I'll be doing since I'm not technically and from what I'm seeing, I'm still not allowed to get the polls running. I'll be doing public polls for Souls-like games, like a poll for only Souls games, like let's say Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and Sekiro, just to say names. Obviously, it's not gonna be those games, right? Probably two of them are gonna be in the poll, but not the other two, because I do not have Elden Ring or Sekiro at the moment, right? But I do have Bloodborne and I do have Dark Souls, and I want to play those games. So I want to make a list like from similar games and make a four like a bracket. Like okay, this is the poll for the Souls like game. This is the poll for the multiplayer games. This is the poll for the um um story driven games or the Mario S games like Astrobot or something like that. And I'll be like cataloging each kind of game in their own category. And the first place game of that category is the game I will be concentrating on. So it will be a mix of hard games, easy games. I'll be doing more stuff like that. No, no problem at all. It's just I'm answering the question for Joseph. But we're good here. We're gonna be still doing easy games. We're gonna be still doing um enjoyable games. And but we're also gonna be trying to do harder games, right? We're also going to be doing harder games. And it'll be hopefully for those harder games, I'll try to do my best to stream them so that I can explain the process that I go through to get the platinum, right? So that you guys do not have to, oh my god, what did he do, or 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 what I have to do, or whatever. Like, I for sure for easier games, I can just make the guide because it is easy. The game is easy, and I can just play through the game, just record and place a video of it, and you guys just watching, you know what to do, right? For now, I the only hard game that I have done in this account, right? In this account, it would be Marvel Rivals. And it's not hard, it's just that it is a bit a bit tedious. It's not hard, it's just that it is tedious in some cases, right? But I'll explain my reasoning when I get to Marvel Rivals, okay? So finishing here, um as I was explaining, My youth change is a bit glitched because there's an easy way to get that is when you access your items, you can buy two kind of potions. There's a potion that makes you fat and a potion that makes you thin. So that would be the easier way to get the trophy, obviously. But the first time that I tried it, and you guys will probably see in the video when you guys go there, is not it was not working at the start. So I had to redo it, exit the family, re-enter the family, redo it again so that it could pop. So maybe try to work with that. Old and wiser is easier. Just make a cake, put um a candle on it, and just have a sim celebrate his birthday, and you get the trophy. Um, a splice of life is just you have to plant. You have to plant many plants so that you can try and get it faster, and as it says here, just use graft all the way until you unlock a new plant type, and you get the trophy. Like this is easy. It's just that it takes a bit of time. The circle of life. Um, there is a family for that one. There is a family for that one. But this one is also glitched. So as you saw in my if you have seen it, as you saw in my guide, it was glitched. It didn't want to pop. I tried 3 times and I was like, okay, let me investigate a bit further. And when I did, I was like, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I can do this and mix this family in so that I can probably pop the trophy, and I got it. So follow the guide like most of the end. I think I edited it so that you only saw that part so that you guys did not have to see like my 3 previous tries with it. But doing that part, and the cut is very obvious, so keep that in mind. It has a transition and everything. Okay, so this is Sims 4. Right now it's currently free in PlayStation Store. It's free. You don't have to get the membership, you're nothing. It's free. You you can download it right now if you want. And the other like the other trophies, it's just do actions and get them, right? Like this has a family in the gallery, this has a family, this has a family. Like mostly of the other things have family in the galleries that you can unlock almost instantly. It's just like 2 or 3 trophies, or like 4 at the very best, that you have to get the trophy for. Like you actually have to seek the trophy. So going back, once again, we go right back down. My second platinum trophy, or so says this, is Undertale. Now, Undertale is a an experience, let me say. Undertale is an experience. So, how do I explain this? I played it 2 times, obviously, in my original account and in this account, right? In my original account, I played it in the peaceful mode, like not doing any kills, just playing through the game and getting to where I had to play for the black, right? In this one, however, I went for the genocide mode, which is killing everyone. You kill everyone. You don't care. You kill everyone. So for this, it's easy, and I think I should not have to explain myself for this one because at the very best, 15 trophies are exactly the same. You just donate. Other trophies is just getting into certain places, and the first four trophies is just get four items. That's it. That's it. Like, you don't have to do anything at all. Like go here and then go back to get the trophy, right? It's just you constantly progress through the story and you will be unlocking the trophies as you play along. Now, if you're going for the peaceful mode, right, where you do not kill anyone, then when you try and get some of the trophies, it will be easier. And when I say that, I'm meaning this trophies because you can instantly donate every single coin that you need for the trophy, right? But in the genocide mode, it just you have to deposit one gold, 1G at a time, and it takes so long to just reach from one place to another. And I state like at the very best, I'm gonna count it right now with you guys here. At the very best, it says here from 8:39 until 8:50. So I at the very best, I stayed almost over 10 minutes, I think. No. Yeah, almost over 10 minutes at the very best to get those trophies. When in the Okay, so let me explain. If you want to unlock the Duck Nation trophies, the all the 15 Duck Nation trophies, I recommend you to play the the peaceful mode. But if you want the game to go faster, I'll recommend you to play the genocide route. Why? Because if you play the genocide route, you skip like a complete section that takes almost 30 minutes. Like you skip a lot. You skip a lot and you don't have to like play all those trophy all those scenes to get the platinum. Like you don't have to play those scenes to get the platinum. So we'll be following on because I don't have anything else to say about the game because as I said, it's an easy, simple game, but an enjoyable one either way. So my third and fourth trophy, and this is where I go to my what I wanted to talk about is the light and the darkness. Now, before I even talk about this, and before I talk about the game, I'm gonna show you guys what exactly am I talking about. So I'm gonna go to Google here right for a moment. I'm gonna show you PSN profiles series. Now I'm gonna find a game, any game that I have that has a PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 5 version, right? Like has various version or has oh okay, easy one, Cat Quest. I'm gonna talk about Cat Quest later on, but this is just so that I can show you guys what I'm talking about, okay? Gonna do this real quick. Don't mind me. Cat Quest. Okay. So Cat Quest has three games. Cat Quest has three games, right? Cat Quest 1, 2, and 3. Now, For the series, it actually counts 7, right? Because it has the North American version, has the Japanese version, which I'm not gonna do because I would not understand Japanese, even though I already played the first game, right? So, has Cat Quest PS4, Cat Quest PS4, but it's for Japanese. So, what I what I have been doing is just I get, for example, like this. I got both trophies for Cat Quest 3, right? PS4 and PS5. Why did I get both of them? Because it is a different version of the game, right? PS4 version, PS5 version. Now, for this, it's just a different language, North American and Japanese, but it is the same version. So, in my mind, I'm doing this, and I hopefully you guys understand what I'm gonna be talking about. So, in my mind, I'm doing okay. So, this game has a PS4 version, but has a language exclusive or a region exclusive because it is the correct term. It has a region exclusive. So I'll just play the PS4 version. I don't care about the region exclusive because I'm in the North American region. Same with Cat Quest 2. I'm not in Japan. I am not in Australia. So I won't play these regions. I only played the North American region. But for Cat Quest 3, both games are North American region, or in this case is worldwide, but it has PS4 version and PS5 version. So I'm like, okay, now for this one, I can get the double trophy, even though it is the same game. I'll get the double trophy because it is a different version of the game. So maybe they added something, maybe they didn't, or whatever the reason it may be. I'll try the other version as well. So that's why I get PS4 and PS5 version. So that's why you're gonna be seeing many games like that. Okay, I'm just explaining why I'm getting it, and it is because I want to like get at the very best all the trophies of that series, or so says the PlayStation profiles. Because as you saw, it has the catalogs. So I can get all the series completed, right? And that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to complete the series as well. Not only the platinum, but the series. So if the series has a PS3 version, but it also has a PS4 version and a PS5 version, I'll check if it is the North American version or the Japanese version. If it's the Japanese version, I will not do it. Except the game is exclusively for Japanese, right? If it if it does not have a North American version and you actually have to play the Japanese version if you're interested in the game, then yes, I will play the Japanese version, obviously. But if it does not have the Japanese, if it has a North American version, I'll obviously go for the North American version, right? So that's why you guys see that I have the Light in the Darkness 2 times, right? PS4 version, PS5 version. I'll cover the PS5 version always because it is the latest version, but also specifically for this game because it was the first one to be released. The PS4 version was released later on, okay? So, The Light in the Darkness is mostly a story driven game. It is actually free in the PlayStation Store. Once again, you don't have to get the PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium to play this game, okay? Just want to remind people that you don't have to get the PlayStation Plus Extra to play this game, okay? So for this game, you actually just have to get the game done, right? You just have to finish the game. Only finish the game because it's sure it has some mini games, and I'll show them in the guide that you can get confused in. But the trophy itself is just finish the game and you get the trophy. You get the platinum trophy, right? Just finish all the game, all of it. You unlock May Their Memories Be a Blessing, and you all instantly get the Light and the Darkness Platinum. Okay? It is very, really, really easy. Now, following up, we have Animal Well. Now, Animal Well is an indie game which actually surprised me. I'm not gonna lie. It actually surprised me that it was that good because I didn't expect to be good, right? In my mind, I didn't expect the game to be good because of many things that at the time I was questioning myself with, like why I'm playing this and whatever. But as I kept on playing, I got I got used to the game, yes, but I also kind of enjoy it. Now, this is one of the few games that I can say for sure that it does not have a story per se, right? It gets you involved in the game, right? It does get you involved in the game. Oh no, thank you, Go, for subscribing. I'll be trying to do more guides. Hopefully, you will see the guides are already published and they are finished, and you get some games platinum because of it, right? And thank you so much. Hopefully, you also have a smooth and lucky week, um, and that you are able to get the all the trophies that you want. As I was explaining, Animal Well is good. I'm not gonna lie, it's good, but it can get tedious when you have to get like the collectibles, right? There are many collectibles and there are many hidden things that you have to do to get some trophies, and you can do them later on, sure, but if you don't remember about the trophy when it happens, when you have the opportunity, like you may forget and then you like, oh god, I finished the game, but why is not the platinum unlocking? And when you go to the trophies and you see, oh, I'm missing this, oh, how do I do it? And you see that when you search online and you get to find the trophy to get it, and you see, oh, I could have done it way earlier. And yeah, so I recommend that when you can, get rid of the miscellaneous trophies, like for example, and I know for sure that many people have not done it, I like at the start, is the sneak trophy. Sneak up on a squirrel. Like there is this scene that you can actually sneak on the squirrel like easily, but people leave it for later. Either if it's easier or whether it is harder or whatever the reason it may be, they leave it for later. And then it's like, okay, you can do it here. Why are you not doing it? Why are you like skipping this scene where you can unlock this trophy now and just don't get worry about it any longer? But you do it now. But you do it like way later. Like it doesn't make sense. For me, it doesn't make sense. But aside from that, there are many things that you either unlock by just going through the game. Like you have some certain objectives that you have to do to get to the last boss. I can say maybe, yeah, the last boss. But it is quite mostly unlock most of them as you play on. The only one that I can say for sure that it will you will have to go out of your way to do it is sneak, as I explained, and good ending. So good ending, you have this area, and guys probably saw in the guide. You have this area where this chinchilla walking on a level on a platform. I can I must say, in a platform where there is like a trapdoor. So you unlock a an item, which is the yo-yo, that you can use to activate certain um like switches to open the trapdoor or whatever, right? So for that one, you have to stand below the trapdoor, lure the chinchilla to the trapdoor, activate the switch, and then get crushed by the chinchilla. Like get killed by the chinchilla. And so that is how you get the trophy. But aside from that, most of the other trophies are either secret collectibles that you have to get, which are in my guide. I showed how I unlocked every single egg, and you get most of the things by just beating the bosses and getting the flames for those bosses. Now, my sixth trophy is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, I already explained a bit about Ace Attorney when I was discussing the PlayStation Plus wrap up, but I'm gonna explain a bit more here. So, as I said, this game is very, very coveted to me. And I really, really want to play like the other trilogy, right? I want to play the Apollo Justice trilogy so that I can make a guide of it and I show you guys. I want to play Ace Attorney Investigation, which is where I get to play as this guy. I do not remember his name right now, and that is Edgeworth. Oh, thank God! I was gonna embarrass myself so much. I can play as Edgeworth and investigate some cases and play the great Ace Attorney as well. Like I want the Ace Attorney because this game specifically ignited that spark for me. Like ignited that spark for me. So as you can see from the trophies, they're easy. For 5, 9, 14 trophies, for 14 trophies, you just have to complete the game. That's it. Just complete the game and you get 14 trophies. Now, this is where the hard part comes in. Now, these are miscellaneous trophies that if you do not see my guides, you may be able to miss. Like, there are some trophies that you just have to select certain how do I say this? Certain dialogues for them to pop. For example, in this one, which is at the start, they're asking you who is the defendant, right? And you have three choices: Mia Fey, the actual defendant, and I think it's your name, but I Phoenix Wright, but I could be wrong. So don't get me on that, okay? Don't start questioning me about that. But for that answer, you have to answer Mia Fey if you want to get the trophy, right? If you want to get the trophy, you have to answer with Mia Fey. Same with this. And Justice for All, which is the second game, you're gonna have a dialogue with Lotta, which is Lotta Hart. Her name is Lotta Hart, if I'm not mistaken. But when she asked if you remember her, it's gonna there's a section where it says lot of heart, lot of hair, and I do not remember. I think those are the three choices, but I could be wrong once again. I played Phoenix Wright a long time ago. I do not remember most of the dialogues, so I could be wrong. Okay, don't get me on that. So you just have to answer lot of hair, and you get the trophy. Now, there are other trophies that you just have to show something to certain characters. Like for example, for this one, when you're in this episode, you get to talk with Maya for a certain point, right? In a certain point, you can talk with Maya alone in the office, in the Phoenix Wright office, and all you have to do is go to your items where you can access your items. You're gonna access to the player to the files where every character has a file, and all you have to do is show Maya Max file. There's a character that is called Max. You just have to show her his file. And then there are others like you just have to like not get certain words to be said, or get certain collectibles. Like this one is for getting this character, which is John Armstrong, I think. But for most of the game, he is just called Armstrong. um you just have to get him to say certain words so that it counts for the fancy foreign words. Like he talks really foreign in some cases. So you just have to get him to say every single word about like fancy word, and you get the trophy. Once again, go through my guides to get a better idea how to get those trophies, okay? For this one is just once again same as the fancy word. Go through the selected guide dialogues to get the lunch boxes that Angel gives you, which is the character's name, and you get the trophies. And this one you just have to interact with the ladders that are throughout the games. If I'm not mistaken, there are 5 ladders, okay? 2 in the first game, 1 in the second game, and 2 in the third game. Obviously, this is a trilogy. You get all 3 games in one game, sure, but it is divided, so you know where to go if you miss something, right? So 2 in the first game, which is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. 1 in the second game, which is Justice for All, and 2 in the third game, which is Trials and Tribulation. So keep that in mind. Aside from that, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney is amazing game. If you have the chance to get the trophy for it, the platinum trophy, I really recommend it. So next game, Hitman Go. So Hitman Go, I think I don't have to explain much about this game, because this game has gotten so many guides of it that I think like most players already have this trophy, right? Like as you see, it has a 75% completion. So it is an easy and common on trophy. So there's no problem in getting the trophy, right? It's not getting the trophy. Now is for and it's not me explaining how to get the trophy. It's more of my opinion of the game, right? So this game was my first game on my PS Vita that I actually recorded on my PS Vita. So when you play through the guide, you probably would not see the trophy pop up like appearing that I unlocked it because I was recording through OBS, and the Vita has like two visuals, like two internal screens, like one for the gameplay and one visual for the gameplay and another visual for when the trophy pops. And the only one that I could record was the game itself. So you guys would not see the trophy pop up, but you probably hear the sound of the trophy popping, right? You probably hear that. So the game is not bad. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say it's good, right? This one is was mostly because I wanted to get my first platinum in my PlayStation Vita, and I was like, okay, let's try it. At first I thought it was gonna record like both screens, like the game and the trophy popping. But when I started editing I think I did 7 videos of Hitman Go because it was 7 chapters, and I divided them per chapter. Um, I I didn't notice until I was editing that the trophy pop up was not appearing, right? And I was like, oh man, why is this happening? I started searching online. I started doing this, doing that, until I saw that the beta has like two internal screens. That one is for the game and one is for the trophy popping. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. But since I already platinum the trophy, I was in the editing stages. I was like, well, might as well just finish editing and just place it on as a guide. But if I have to play more PS Vita games, I may be able to play them, sure, but it won't be the same because you guys won't be seeing when the platinum pops, right? So you probably won't know what to do, right? So you may follow what everything that I'm doing, but if you guys do not see the trophy popping, you're gonna be just asking yourself, when does the trophy pop? What do I have to do? So yeah, that is my only critique in per se for when as I was playing the game. Aside from that, it's just that it was a puzzle game. Now, do not get me wrong. I do love my puzzles. I do like my puzzles, and I probably played a few later on. I think I'm not sure, but the puzzle games that I play, at the very best, must have a bit of story, right? A bit of story. This does not have any story. And you can get bored if you just playing through the game for playing it, right? Not because you want to get the trophies. If you want to get the trophies, then it is a bit more enjoyable because you have to do like certain stuff to get the trophy and then repeat the stage to get the all the 3 marks so that you can continue on to the next stage and get 3 marks again. Like, it is good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is not on my top of the list. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Now, following game, which is, in my opinion, a more enjoyable game, even though it is technically a kids game, Bakugan Battle Brothers. Now, I love the series, right? I love the original series of the game, of this game, right? And when I say the original series, I'm talking about the cartoon, right? I love Bakugan Battle Brother as I was a kid. I actually played the game when I had a PlayStation 3 at the time, which I sold. I bought a new one because I wanted to play older games as well. Um, and I was like, okay, I want to go down memory lane and play this game again because I never got the chance to get the platinum in my original in the PS3 version when I played it in my old PS3, right? So I was playing through the game. It was so nostalgic. Like, sure, there are many things that you can do to make your experience go easier, right? And I probably showed it at the beginning of the game. You can go through my guides, so and you can see that. But it is to make the game easier for you guys and enjoyable for me because I do not want to spend how many hours or days even just playing through the same game through the same stage just to get enough money in the game to get all the Bakugan, all the cards, all the ability cards, everything, right? So I started investigating once more. I did everything that I could so that I could get this, and I'm gonna show you which trophy it is. Let me find it. Um, where are they? Okay, full deck, loaded deck, and where will I put them all? So those trophies are the hardest because you have to get every collectible in the game, every Bakugan of every single attribute, every gate card, every ability card, everything, right? So I'm I at the beginning of the game, I used some of the cheat codes, the in-game cheat codes. Now, I'm not saying I hacked the game. I did not. The game itself has a sheet that allows the player to give itself money. So you just input some characters that I showed in the video, and the game itself will recognize it and give you that money. Okay? Obviously, if you do not want to play it that way, you're free to play it however you want to play it, right? I was showing you guys an easier way and a faster way to get the trophies, okay? Keep that in mind. Other things are just fighting, just 20 battle royales, 20 attack teams, 50 one-on-ones, many miscellaneous things, many miscellaneous things that I covered in my in my guide. But the one thing that you have to keep in mind, one thing that you have to keep in mind, and I want to explain it now. I'm trying to find the trophy. Okay, so the whole gang's here. Now, for this, you must unlock all the characters in the park. In the park is in the story game, in the story mode, that you have access to the park, where you can fight any character that you want. Um, you can tag with whoever you want and whatever, right? So when you get this trophy, you can either do what I did and get the rest of the trophies before doing one specific trophy, or you can go through that specific trophies and then get all the other trophies, right? And the trophy I'm talking about is Through Their Eyes. Now, for this, All you have to do, whether you win or you lose, is just play through every character in the game, available in the game. You have to play as them. That's it, right? You have to play as them in the battle arena mode. So when you exit the story mode, there's gonna be a tab that says battle arena. You access that on that tab, and it's gonna allow you to pick through all the characters. So you just have to play through every single character one time, only one time. And when you get to that last fight, finish the fight, and you get the trophy. Okay, that is the only one that I say is hard, kinda hard, but it's not really. You just play through enter that game mode and play through all the characters. It takes time, yes, it takes time, but it's not hard. But Bakugan Battle Brothers is such a nostalgic game, and I'm really hyped to see if I can get Defenders of the Core this year because I really, really want to play that game. Another nostalgia game that I did platinum in my old PS3. That one I did. So now we go through Cat Quest. Now I give a shout out to Mystic's channel right now because in his 30 platinums in 30 days, it was this in one of them, I do not remember which one it was. I think it was the second one. It introduced me to this game, right? And ever since I saw the game, I was like really, really interested in how the game worked. And I was like, I want to try it. At least, at the very least, I want to try it. But at the time, I did not had the game, right? And fortunately for me, it got released on PlayStation Plus. And I was like, oh, I finally have the time to play the game. I can finally play the game that I had on my backlog for so many months. I don't not remember how many months it was, but it was months at the time. So I played it and I was instantly hooked to the game. Instantly hooked. It is an amazing game. Sure, it has some collectibles and some really hard stages, right? If you're playing it on, like, you're making it more difficult for you, oh man, it's gonna be quite the experience. But overall, the game is easy, right? The game is easy. No wonder it is a 71% common in PlayStation profiles, even though in PlayStation itself it is at 25%, right? So, once again, great game. If you have the chance to play it, do so, okay? Now, Mystic Pillars. Now, Mystic Pillars is a puzzle game? Yes, but it's one that I enjoyed way more than Hitman Go. Why? Because it had story. That's it. It had story behind it. Now, I do recommend that you actually do a um use a guide for this one because of various trophies that you have to get, but mostly for the for these ones, right? For the Canada voiceover. Now, for that, for Spirit of Story, because I for sure I think I did not show that in the video. So I'm gonna explain it now. So before you access the game, before you even start the game, you have to go to options, right? Go to options, and then you're gonna go to language, right? Where you select the language, that you want to hear it in, and it automatically is gonna say English. No, you have to change it to Canada, to the Canada voiceover, so that you can get this trophy. And that is one mistake I think that I did in my guide, because at the time I was trying to rush through many games to see if I could get like many guides done before I actually published them. So I was trying to do that, and I rushed myself in this trophy specifically because if I remember correctly, I was not gonna platinum this game at the time that I did. I was gonna plat it later on, but because I think it was because of a game that I was stuck in or did not want to play at the moment, I was like, well, let me play this game for now, and I'll try to get it later. I get the other trophy later. So that's why I got the this trophy, and why I made that mistake on not getting the and showing you guys the how I got the trophy, how to change the settings to get this trophy specifically. But yeah, go to options before even starting the game. Reminder: before even starting the game, go to options, changes to Canada voice line over, and just pick the trophy. And then start the game to get the trophy. Okay. Now I'm trying to speed run, like go through this quickly because I have other things to do. I didn't expect to be this long in the stream, so I'm gonna be going through them here instead of like accessing the game, accessing trophies. If I have to do that, I'll do so for any specific trophies that you guys may have questions in. But for now, I'll probably just do it like this, okay? So now, Cat Quest 2 is my following trophy from Cat Quest 1. And my god, it was another experience once again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game. Really. Why do I say this? Not only had I played Cat Quest 1 at the time, I was so hyped to play Cat Quest 2 that as I finished this one, I took a bit of break because I was like, okay, let me like leave it for a minute to get myself oriented. But at the 30th of August, I started the game and I finished it on the next day because I was like recording on through like 30 minutes of the game. I stopped the recording, I stopped the game, I started editing, I started doing this, doing that, programming the videos, and getting and just continuing, right? So I was doing that, and my god, the game was amazing. Now I want to say you have to finish the game, but you don't essentially have to get the final scene. Like pause together. If I'm not mistaken, that is yes, pause together. That is the trophy for getting the for finishing the game. You get this when you access a certain area, which I think is the starting area. You have to go to the starting area again to get the last cutscene. You can do that after you finish the game, and you can access that area at whichever point you want, right? You don't have to go there and then go back, enter the game, and finish whatever is left. You can finish everything and then get that trophy. So For that trophy, which is tied in to the piece of equipment, if I'm not mistaken. It is tied into the piece of equipment. You have to beat the cat and the dog's cave. Now it is cat and dog, but the caves is wolf and lion, I think. The lion cave and the wolf cave, I think it is. I do not remember specifically, but you fight like their future selves, like their grown selves, like they're evil and you have to fight them. And their shadows, you have to fight them in those caverns to get the last piece of equipment for those characters, right? And which technically is the strongest in this game, okay? So keep that in mind, that you can do that before going to the starting area to finish the game. But you have to finish the game before being able to access those caverns, because you won't be able to access those caverns if you have not finished the game. You will not have that chance. Now, Astro's Playroom. Now, what can I say about Astro's Playroom? Right? Free game. You don't have to get the PlayStation Plus extra or premium to get this game. This game comes with the PlayStation 5 automatically download. So it is one free platinum that you cannot miss. And it is one game that I highly recommend that everyone plays. So this game, sorry for the moment silence. I was drinking coffee, bit sleepy. It's day, it's in the day, but I had not had my coffee and I'm drinking it right now. So I'm sorry for that. So Astro's Playroom is amazing. It's the prequel to Astrobot, obviously, but it is a game that is so amazing, and it's and had a update this year, right? It had four DLC update trophies or five, I think. I'm gonna check because I do not remember. I think it's five. Yeah, five. Where you have to rescue special bots from captivity in each location, right? So and that got added this year, right? So aside from that, just get every collectible, get every missable. There's a few missable. There is like do this, do that, but the game is easy, so you can do it easily. Um, and just finish the game. Finish the game. Enjoy your time with Astrobot because it is amazing. Now, IQ Intelligent Cube. This game is one that you guys probably will recognize because it is a very old game. Very old game. Now, for this one, you just have to like get through the game. Like easily finish the game and you get the trophies. And for this game specifically, you have the rewind feature that they added to older games. So if you made any kind of mistakes, you can just go back, use the rewind functionality, go back and just keep on repeating what you were doing until you get it right, right? So there's no chance that you miss um this trophy, okay? There's no shot that you miss this trophy. Now, once again, double PS5, PS4. I'm not gonna explain it again. Why? I already explained it, okay? Unpacking. Now, at the time, this game was gonna leave PlayStation Plus Extra, and it actually left. It's already gone from the services. If you want to get Unpacking, which is an easy brain dead platinum, very easy. You have to buy it now, right? So I got it before that, before it exited the game, and I made the guide before the game was out. So keep that in mind. Because before it was out of the services, right? Of the PlayStation Plus extra services. Not that it's not available. Not it's not that before it was um taken out of the extra services. But Easy Platinum, follow the guide that I have on my channel, and you will probably get it. Okay. What remains of Edith Finch? Once again, Easy Platinum. That at the time, as you see, you guys are seeing like, oh, easy, easy. It took this one took time. So, but easy. Easy, not easy. I'm gonna explain why, but technically easy. Easy. Like there's many easy games, like 1 hour, 2 hours, something like that. But it's because I was trying to do like uh these games that I could do in just one video and not publish many videos of it, so that I could show you guys um what you guys had to do in just one video, right? So I was doing that, and I did that. I did that with Gris. I did that with Gris, which is a trophy that we're gonna talk about later on. But the guide is up, and it is published since yesterday. Okay, if you want that trophy, that platinum trophy for Gris, you can go watch my video on it. Okay. So what remains of Edith Finch is a walking simulator, right? Just walk to certain objectives, um, watch through like door holes to watch something, or watch through a telescope, or whatever the reason it may be, or whatever else you have to watch through, and you'll get the trophies. Like it just complete certain things, do this, do that, and you get the trophies. That easy. Raji and Ancient Epic. Now, for these two games, I'm gonna specify both of them have PS4 versions, right? And you might be wondering why I did not do the PS4 version. Well, I did not do the PS4 version because the PS4 version is with no platinum. Only the PS5 version has it. So when I was playing through Raji, I already played it before. I did it way faster beforehand. But at the time, I was skipping through the story. I was like, I enjoyed Raji. I want to play it again. But let me watch the story this time around. And I can admit that I am ashamed that I did not watch this story the first time around. Because, oh my god, what an interesting universe the developers of this game created. I even started searching through the media, through internet, to see if they were planning to make a second game. Just because I wanted to continue on with her story. It is such a beautiful and unique game. I highly recommend it. You guys should play through that game, play it normally, watch the story, because it is actually very interesting when you go deep into it, and you will see what I'm talking about. Now, Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Now, this is one trophy I started. This is one game I started. As you see, I have already have four trophies, but I have not finished. Now, I'm not saying I'm not gonna finish it. I am, right? I am. But at the time, I did not want to do a long game. And since this game had multiplayer trophies tied into it, I was like, let me leave it for later where I can maybe stream it so that I can concentrate more on single player games and make more guides of those single player games, right? So that's why you see Sackboy: A Big Adventure like this, because I left it not because I got bored of it, but because I remember that it had multiplayer trophies tied into the platinum trophy, and I was like, okay, so let me leave the game so that whenever I start streaming, because at the time I was not streaming, I started streaming like really, really recently with Marvel Rivals in December or November. Like, I'm gonna wait until I get started in streaming and everything, and that whenever I have time, I'll publish the first two guides that I already have, and then I'll start streaming the game so that you guys can see me fail in some stages or do this or do that, whatever the reason it may be, right? So that game will come. It will be one of the first games to come. Keep that in mind because I already started it, right? I want to finish it. I do not want to have any games I have started unfinished. I want to complete it so that then I can auto pop the PS5 version, and I'm gonna make a video of it of how to auto pop Sackboy: A Big Adventure, because as far as I know, even though people know how to do it, there is no video of it to show you guys how to do it. So you guys have to search through the internet, you have to go here, you have to go there, and you guys may get confused at as in, wait, can I play the PS5 version to autopop the PS4 version, or do I have to play the PS4 version to autopop the PS5 version? So I want to clarify those things in this game, but for that, I have been delaying it a bit, okay? So Celeste, the other game. Now for this one, you have a in-game developers mode that you can actually like get infinite jumps. And I show you guys how to get the infinite jumps. I even put the picture of the command, if I'm not mistaken. I put the picture of the command so that you guys could input it and get the developers mode, get get the infinite jumps, get the invincibility, so that you can rush through the game and get every single collectible that it has. Now, there is one specific trophy that I want to show you guys, which I cannot find actually. Yeah, Real Gamer. Complete Celeste for Pico 8. Now, the invincibility and the infinite jumps do not get carried over to the Pico 8. Like you have to play it normally to get that trophy. So keep that in mind. You can see the steps that I took or where I had to go to continue on. I did it mostly consecutively, but there were some times that I died. I had to start that area again, and you see me dying. It's okay. There's no problem with that. I'm not ashamed to show in my guides that I died. Obviously, if it takes a video too long, then I'll cut it so that I only show the important parts. Obviously, but if it's something like 2 seconds or like 2 minutes at the very best, I'm not gonna take it off because I'm showing you guys that I am struggling and that it could be hard to get that part, right? So yeah, keep in mind for Real Gamer for this trophy. That is the only one that I'll say for sure that it will probably take you a bit of time, but overall It is an easy game. Carto, amazing game. Yet it could be it could get no, it could be not that. It could get boring if you're not invested in the story that the game is telling you. Why am I saying this? Because Carto is okay, so it is a puzzle game, right? Yes, and let me clarify that. It is a puzzle game, but this puzzle game is more like in with what you had from the story. Like example, they clarify something in the story at the very beginning of the game. I'm not gonna talk too deep into the game, so as to not spoil anything for you guys. But at the beginning of the game, you'll get introduced to this mechanic instantly in a scene. Not even in the gameplay, in the scene that they show you guys. They show us players. Um, and then it is because of that mechanic that you can progress through the story, right? So keep that in mind. There are various collectibles that you have to do and that you should do before continuing on to the next location, because if not you're gonna miss it, right? You're gonna miss the location and you'll probably have to start the game again, or I think there's chapter select, but I do not remember. But I recommend that you guys follow my guide on the game. It's already published. I think it is the one that has the most views. I think it has 54. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm a beginner in YouTubing. I'm not for now, I'm not seeking views, though it is a good thing that I am getting views and that I'm getting subscribe people to subscribe to my channel and everything. That is the whole point of YouTube. But since I do not have like a more focused um mechanic of like attracting people at the very moment, like I'm not interested more in getting the views, but more in enjoying myself playing the game and helping you guys get the platinum trophies that you want to get, right? That if you want to get the carto in this case the carto trophy, then you can get it, right? So life is strange. Like I don't have to explain myself with this game, honestly. Get the collectibles, finish the game, get the platinum trophy. That's it. Like get the 10 pictures in each level, in each chapter. There's 5 chapters if I'm not mistaken. Get the 10 pictures that you can get in each chapter and you're good to go. Old game, very good experience once again. Even though it can get kinda awkward at times, I can understand it because it is like a slice of life kind of game, right? There's no fantasy in it. Well, there's some things that are fantasy like, but most of the game, like the um atmosphere of the game, is more of real life characters that are having this experience and are having to deal with it, right? So that's why. Okay, Call of the Sea, once again, don't get it twisted. PS4 version, PS5 version. I already explained it. I'm not gonna explain it again. So for this game, I played the PS5 version first for the guide, and then the PS4 version later on my own terms. This is a walking simulator, practically. Get a few collectibles, get this, get that, get 100% in most of the chapters. I think there's one chapter that you only have to get like 98% because the last percent does not count, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though. Maybe that changes when you pass to the following chapter. But if I'm not mistaken, there's one chapter that stays at 98% there, and there is another one that stays at 95. So don't get scared that you say, "Oh, I missed something and I'm not gonna get the trophy now." Don't get scared. Either way, for this game, you have chapter select, so you can go back to that chapter if you missed something and you can get it. Okay. Tale from the Borderlands. As I had said when we were doing the PlayStation wrap up earlier, finish the game and you get the platinum trophy. That's it. That's all you have to do. Really. All you have to do, finish the game and you get the platinum. Now, Hell's Blade Senua's Sacrifice, I was so bummed that knowing that there is a second game and that it is not available for PlayStation 5. That is only Xbox exclusive. Because I really, really want to experience myself, not see. I want to experience myself her story. So Senua's Stories is interesting. I at the first I thought it was just a walking simulator, but it actually surprised me that you have to fight in the game. So it was amazing. But aside from that, it just get the collectibles, which are the lore stones, which is the hardest thing to get. But aside from that, it's just finish the game, right? Finish the game, get the collectibles, and you get the trophy. That's it. Nothing else. Um, Gardens Between, another puzzle game, really good. It has a bit of story, not as interesting as Carto or as what can I say? Mystic Pillars, but it is a good experience, right? Once again, get the miscellaneous trophies that you have to get on in the chapters. There is chapter select, so you can go that back to that stage that you have to get that specific trophy and get it. You don't have to keep in mind that you have to do it before finishing the game because then you have to start over. No, you have chapter select. You can go back and do everything, and you're good to go. Life is Strange Before the Storm is the prequel to the Life is Strange game that I already showed you guys. Really good game. Um, it is a bit shorter than the first one. The cringe and the awkwardness from the first one are still there, right? It is a bit enjoyable, more so than Life is Strange 1. For me personally, in some cases, but it is still awkward. It is still cringy at times. Do I recommend it? Maybe. Maybe. But if you want an easy platinum, then this is the game to go. Astrobot, the game of the year of 2024. Like what can I say that other people haven't said already in many many other videos? Um, yeah, like I like really really I cannot say anything more good about this game that people already haven't said. But for trophy wise, just get the collectibles, get the miscellaneous trophies that you have to get in the crash site, and then you're good to go. Also, you have the speedrun trophies. Um, I think these are the ones for the speedrun trophies. Yeah, these are the ones in the speedrun trophies, and this is the one for the winter DLC, the last stage that it dropped on December. So yeah, um, I already have the 100%. Amazing game. You should guys should go for it. Now, Cat Quest 3. Now, this was a game I was delaying for quite some time because I did not know when I was gonna finish the guide for Cat Quest 2, right? Because I was doing it weekly. I did not want to do like Monday Cat Quest 2, Tuesday Cat Quest 2, Wednesday Cat Quest 2, Thursday Cat Quest 2, Friday Cat Quest 2. Like I didn't want to um get it so like so together the videos that it could be annoying. So I was doing it on a weekly basis, and I was like, "Oh my god, the Cat Quiz 2 videos finish in May." I was like, "Holy crap! Holy mother of God! What am I gonna do now?" So I was thinking, so okay, so let me delay Cat Quest 3, but I got trigger happy, so to speak, and I platinum on Cat Quest 3. And oh my god, what an amazing trophy. What an amazing game. It's easy. I can say this though. The game is easier than Cat Quest 2 and Cat Quest 1. 100%. Cat Quest 3 is like the easiest out of the trilogy. Out of these three games, this one is the easiest and this one is the hardest. For sure. 100%. Now, you may be asking yourself, "Oh, but Minato, you finished the game in 1 week. How is that? How can you say that? If you that this is easier if you finish Cat Quest 2 in 1 day or in 2 days practically." Okay, so let me explain myself. So I was playing this casually, right? I was playing like an hour a day or 2 hours a day. I was not playing constantly, so it was easier for me to like get this in 1 week, right? Because as you can see, the PS5 version, because I did the recordings on the PS4 version. Let me clarify that my recordings were done in the PS4 version. The PS5 version took less than Cat Quest 2. Took less than Cat Quest 2. A day less. A day and 2 hours less. So Cat Quest 3 100% is the easiest game from the trilogy, and Cat Quest 2 is the hardest, in my opinion. Okay? So, following up, we have Gris, which is a guide that already dropped in my channel. You guys should watch it, give and leave the guide a like if you enjoy the content, subscribe, everything else. If you enjoy my this kind of things, maybe I'll try reviewing your guys' accounts. Maybe. I don't think I'll get to that point because I'm starting. I'm just a beginner at the very best. But maybe as time goes on, I'll like take a day or two to like sit down and just go through all of you guys trophies and do this and do that. Okay? So Gris, amazing story. It is a bit depressing. So I'm gonna give you guys a warning that if you guys are not feeling in the best way, like in real life, I'm talking in real life. If you guys are not feeling okay, do not play this game because if you get too into the game, you could get depressed. Like 100%, you could get depressed. I played it because I was feeling indifferent at the time. And even I got like, holy crap, basket! What is happening here? And it is when you. But the thing is, with Gris, you won't notice these things if you don't seek them out. If you don't seek those things out, like the story of the game, you don't seek it out, you won't notice that it has those elements, right? You won't notice that it has those elements of depressed characters or whatever. And I'm just playing through this character, I'm doing this, I'm going through this section of the game and doing that and doing this, and you're not gonna notice the what the deeper meaning of the game, right? So this is one game that if you are depressed in real life, I do not recommend you to play it. I repeat, I do not recommend that you play Gris if in real life you're not in the best of scenarios. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling down, do not play this game, because if you get too into the game, you're gonna get worse. I guarantee it. Please. But aside from that, let's keep the negativity out of this, right? Aside from that, story for the trophy guide, there's two trophies that you have to keep in mind, right? So you have to keep in mind Sandstorm and Eel. So Sandstorm is in the first, like, I think it's the second section of the map, right? In the second stage, in the second stage of the map. There's like this desert area sort of thing, and you have to not get hit by the storm. So there's this like temples. There's these temples that you can enter. You have to wait there until the sandstorm goes over, like passes by, so you can go to the next temple. Wait until because the sandstorm is gonna keep on repeating, right? Until the sandstorm is over, so that you can get to the next phase. And when you get the trophy, then you can get hit by the storm, because there's a collectible that you have to get hit by the storm to get, but the trophy pops before that, so you won't have any problems with that. And the other one is eel. So for eel is when you get to the fourth stage. When you're starting the fourth stage, um you have to evade this dark mass that takes the form of an eel. You have to avoid get bitten. Now, to notice that, you're gonna notice that your character, which actually is named Gris, as the name of the game, is gonna do like two circles in the section. That means that she got hit. If you see that, and the same applies for the sandstorm trophy, you're gonna click on option on pause. You're gonna go back to the main menu, and you're gonna start that section again. Because if not, you have to finish the game so that you can unlock chapter select, and then start that chapter again, right? So I recommend you guys that if you got hit in either the sandstorm trophy or the eel trophy, pause the game, go to the main menu, enter the game once again, and then continue on with your trophy, right? Is For me, it's the easier way to get this done, but you can also just finish the game, go back to the game, go through chapter select the chapter that you missed the trophy in, and then you get and do it, okay? Aside from that, collectibles, get all the collectibles, all the mementos, and finish the game. Simple as that. Now we're getting in the last end, and probably good for me because I have to do something else, have to prepare for something. So I'm gonna make this quick. Coffee Talk, another game that I got invested in because I love coffee. As I told you guys, I am drinking coffee. Still am. And I just finished because it got cold, and I was like, oh, okay, no, let me finish the coffee now completely. So okay, so coffee talk. Another game that I found through the Mystic channels on 30 platinums in 30 days. I got interested in it because I was like, oh, I like coffee. There's a coffee game, and I was like, well, let me see how it is. But at the time, once again, it was not for free on the PlayStation Plus Extra. I was like, oh man, I have to buy it. So I had it on my favorites just in case to see if it got like a discount or something. And I was like, okay, so let me wait for a discount. I'll separate a bit of money just to buy the games. The first one and the second one, I am planning to play. I am planning to play the episode two, hibiscus and butterfly and hibiscus. I'm sorry, I was gonna say it on invertedly. But butterfly and hibiscus. I'm planning to play that game. So don't get it twisted. I am gonna play that game. So I had those games on the my favorites, and all of a sudden, like in I think it was in the December's PlayStation Plus Extra games that they were gonna add. They were gonna add Coffee Talk and Coffee Talk 2, and I was like, "Oh shit! I don't have to buy them. Amazing!" So as when they got released, I instantly added them to my library. Already have I already have Chapter 2 on my PlayStation 5 downloaded, and I was like, "Okay, so let me finish Coffee Talk 1 because I want to get the experience first of what I can expect for Coffee Talk 2, right?" And I already saw videos from Coffee Talk 1, so I knew some of the trophies. So I was like, okay, so let me do this. And all I can say, it is what a beautiful game. It is amazing. You don't miss anything. There are some things that they're missable, sure. There are some things that are missable, but if you follow my guide, you're gonna be able to get them. Obviously, there are other people that have their own guides, but obviously I am my channel. I'm gonna obviously advertise my own videos. So, but keep that in mind. Um, I'll show. I also show every single step that I went through to get the trophies. Okay, don't get it. Don't get me wrong. I did show everything. Okay, Lollipop Chainsaw. This is the PS3 version, as you can see here. The guide is already live. Not completely though. There's like 8 videos that are live at the moment. So you can watch those and get to see how I got how I do get the trophies and what you can do to get the trophies easier. You can watch further so that you can avoid like repeating stages like I did, even though you have to repeat them for certain trophies. And which one of them, and I'm gonna show it to you guys right now. So one of them, so you have to repeat the trophies because of this. The chapters like two times at best, but technically three because of zombie fancier. So zombie fancier, you have to get all the zombies, the named zombies. So there's some zombies that have names. So you have to kill them. So you can catalog them in like this album that you have in the options menu. And you can see like, okay, I'm missing this number, so which number is this one? You can search online and there's gonna be a list of the zombies, and oh, I'm missing this one, which chapter is this? Oh, it's chapter 5, chapter 6. Okay, so you have at least to repeat the stages 2 times on the hardest difficulty, which is hard. You unlock very hard when you finish the game, but you don't have to play it on very hard. With hard is good, okay? Reminder, you can play it in hard. You don't have to play it in very hard. For the trophies, you could play it in very hard, but you have to finish the game first, okay? Keep that in mind. Aside from that, there's just miscellaneous like get 30 trophies. This one, which is just play, register your ranking in the world leaderboards. For that, you have to play it in ranking mode. Play it through all the stages once again. Play it in ranking, and then register it in the leaderboards, and you get the trophy. That is the trophy that they changed for the PlayStation 5 version. Okay, keep that in mind. Aside from that, just get all the collectibles, get the ranking matches, watch both endings. There are two endings, keep that in mind. Get the miscellaneous, get the collectibles, rescue all your classmates, the ones that are alive, obviously, right? Rescue all your classmates, and this one, which is grindy. This is the grindy trophy of the game, which is kiss Nick 100 times. So there's this item in the game which is called Nick Ticket. You can buy it for 30 medals in the shop, but there are some Nick token tickets that you can find through the chapters, right? So either go through repeat the chapters like 100 times and get the Nick tokens, Nick tickets to get the 100 kisses, or buy the tickets in the shop, which obviously will go faster, right? So I'll be showing how do I get everything soon enough. The guide is still ongoing, but I am getting there. I already have like 18 videos or 19 videos like um edited out already, and they're just programmed to like release whenever they have to be released. But I'm getting there surely, and I'll be probably able to show you guys all everything that is happening. And now for the last trophy, the last game that I played in 2024, and I am still playing in 2025, is Marvel Rivals. Now, Marvel Rivals was released on December 6th, which is very, very short. It only took me like 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks and 6 days, almost 3 weeks. 20 days. It took me 20 days to get this trophy. I can admit that I did some trophies by accident offline, right? There were some trophies I did offline, not because I was not going for them, because I was technically going for them, but not at that moment, right? I just was just practicing, but because I did not want to go to practice with I was like, no, I want to practice like with real people. I want to get accustomed to playing with people, because and then I know like what to expect. So, for example, Mantis trophy, I think it was that one. No, sorry. Let me a better example. Spider-Man trophy. Where's Spider-Man's? Spider-Man. I think I passed it and I did not. Oh, Spider Sense Tingling. This one. So for this one, you have to land a winning counter attack, meaning killing the opponent when your Spider Sense is active. When you detect an enemy with Spider Sense, you have to counter the winning counter. You have to kill them so you can get that trophy. So I was practicing with Spider Man in Conquest in the arcade mode to like get used to the character, and I can admit I am very bad with Spider Man and the game. I started playing this game because I love Marvel. And as I said, I'm gonna try get the Insomniac trophies, the 100%, show how to auto pop the games, everything. I'll show it whenever it's due, okay? But I was playing with him in Conquest, I already had the ultimate active, and I saw the like this like almost invisible aura in his head, and I was like, oh crap baskets. Obviously, I cursed at the time because I did not. I was alone. I was not recording. I was like, "Oh crap, baskets!" I activated my ultimate and got the counterattack. I thought that I didn't get it, but when the game ended, I saw the trophy. I was like, "Oh crap, baskets!" Again, it was not the word that I used, but to show you something like show you that I got some trophies offline. Yeah, I did get some trophies online offline. But I did stream myself getting the platinum trophy with the two sorry about that, with the two final trophies being to me my X-Men winning a storm, I'm doing 10 assists as storms, and obviously the collector, which is the platinum trophy. And if, as you can see, it says 744, and it's here it says 744. So at this and the same day. So yeah. So thank you all so much for being here. Um. Oh, I'm sorry, Western Bull. I did not see your comment. Let me. Oh, thank you so much for the 36 platinum. I can go through them real quick. Before ending the live stream. So the trophies were the platinum trophies: The Sims 4, Undertale, both versions of The Light in the Darkness. I'm gonna explain to you real quick why. Because of the PlayStation Profile series that they have, like PlayStation series, you can get like you something like this. Hustle the game 100% completed. I'm doing this. See PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and only getting the one or more games 100% when it's only in my region, right? So if it's in my region completely, then I'll try to get the 100% in the series. If it's for other regions like Japan, Australia, Europe, then I only get the North American version, the NA version. So yeah, that's why I got those two trophies for the same game, right? Just keep that in mind. But I did play through the games once again. Like it's not that I auto popped the games because those games do not get those functionalities, but for trophies that are gonna get the auto pop, I'm gonna make a video for the auto pop so that you guys can do it as well. So yeah, that's why you see that there's some games that have like PS4 and PS5 version for the same game. So the Light and the Darkness, already have four: Animal Well, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Hitman Go, Bakugan Battle Brawlers, Cat Quest, Mystic Pillars, Cat Quest 2, Astro's Playroom, IQ Intelligent Cube, which is a very, very old game. Unpacking, What Remains of Edith Finch. I do not have the PS4 version because PS4 version does not have a platinum. Same with Raji. Raji and Ancient Epic, PS4 version does not have a platinum. This one, as I explained, and I do not know if you were here, I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. Already started it. I'm gonna do it, but probably will do it on stream so that you guys can see me either fail some stages or pair up with someone to get the multiplayer game trophies, something like that, okay? Sorry about that. I got Celeste, Carto, Life is Strange, both versions of Call of the Sea, Tales from the Borderlands, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, both versions of The Gardens Between, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Astrobot, both version of Cat Quest 3, both version of Gris, both version of Coffee Talk, and Marvel Rivals. For now, Marvel Rivals is my rarest platinum trophy. Um I'll be trying to do more trophies, like harder trophies, even though I'll still be doing easy trophies so that you guys can get platinum trophies as well. but I will not be doing shovelware. Like I'll not be doing games like, oh, in 5 minutes you get the platinum. No, at the very best, 2 hours, 1 hour. Like you have to like an hour and a half, an hour and 50. Like yes, those games I can at least do them because there's something in them that makes it like have even the tiniest of stories, right? But for games like you get like what 5 minutes and you already have the platinum. No, I'm not gonna get any of those trophies. And if ever, and I'm saying this with a grain of salt, if ever I will get the my name is Mayo just because I want to troll people. That's it. That's it. Only because I want to troll with people. And let's say, okay, I just want to troll with people. Let's get the My Name is Mayo trophy. And I'll get it. Like eventually. But no. No, no shovelware. Like for me, no shovelware. That will be the only shovelware that I can admit to say that I'll maybe get it. But no, no shovelware. No shovelware for me. Like no. No one, no taco jump, no burrito jump, no games like that. No games like that here. No, I will not accept that. But as I said, I have 36 platinums out of 38 games that I have played. I will be doing community posts, like polls, throughout this week to see which games you guys want to see. So, as I explained at the beginning, I'm explaining real quick now, just in case you guys missed it. I'll be cataloging games from the same category to see which games you want to see. So, for example, let's say we have Lego games. So I'll go say, which Lego game you want to see me play first? Lego DC Supervillains, Lego Avenger, Lego Marvel Avengers, or Lego Superheroes, or Legos whatever, right? Because there's only four games that you can, only four options that you can put in polls. So four Lego games, four different Lego games, and then I'll say, okay, whichever takes place in that category, that's the game I'll try and get the platinum in 2025. Another example, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, and whichever other Souls-like game I may have in my inventory, in my library, I'll put a poll and say which Soul-like game you want to see me play in 2025. Bloodborne, Dark Soul, whatever. And then whoever gets first in that category, it will be the Souls-like game that I'll be trying to platinum and play in 2025. So I'll be doing that. I have to first see the games that I have, obviously. The games that I am mostly interested in starting now, like in the soonest, and then see what I can do. But yeah, that will be coming in the coming weeks. In this coming week, so I'll be sure to show you guys um what are the games that are nominated soon enough. Aside from that, that will be all. I have to prepare to leave right now. So thank you all so much for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe for more if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you on the next time. Take care.